G'day, welcome back to Goldson's Gold Making Weekly Recap, The War Within, episode 13. So, in the last week, I'm up 1,400,537 gold. My total gold earned since the launch of the War Within expansion is currently 0. I have recorded 962 hours of in-game time, which means I have lost, on average, 14.6k gold per hour. I recrafted 92 rare alchemy tools from resourcefulness to multicraft. I experienced a massive wake-up call in terms of gold making. I managed to have enough artisan's acuity to craft 92 rare quality tailoring robes, and I have been having success with the Thermaturgy shuffle. But all in all, I had a pretty full-on week as usual. Stay tuned for a more in-depth review on how I track my gold and how I spent my time in the game after the intro. G'day true seekers and confused admirers, Goldson here, showing you a different mindset regarding virtual wealth creation. By setting goals, minimizing the distractions, the power of being focused and consistent. My goal for the War Within is to obtain 100 million gold. Join me on my adventure where I can impart knowledge and important life lessons that has made me the person who I am today. Hey, what's going on everyone? Goldson back with another weekly recap in the War Within episode, was it 13 from the intro? You can tell I'm a bit happier today. I had a bit of a wake-up call, and I made a video about it and all the mistakes that went wrong. And for some reason in my head, I'm thinking that people are just laughing at me because that realization of me waking up and going, "Fuck, man, what am I doing? Like, I'm cooked." But the comments from yesterday's video was unbelievable. Like, you got no idea. I woke up this morning and I was just checking the comments, and it just made my fucking day, knowing that majority of the people that watch my channel are rooting for me, and that's awesome. So thank you for that. I don't know what I was thinking, but thanks for clarifying that for me, and I appreciate it. Let's get into it. But today, what do we got? Well, it might be a quick one this week, but it's supposed to be a recap, not a bloody life blog, I guess. But it is summertime. It's a bit hot and humid now, and fucking I got the aircon on and it's hot. And it just started raining, so how's that? A bit thankful for a bit of rain, eh? All right, so what did I craft this week? I just crafted Daybreak Spell Thread. I crafted the Daybreak Spell Thread was more profitable, right? More profitable according to Craft Sim. So I didn't craft as many Sunset Spell Threads because I don't know what I was doing. I kind of need to stop crafting this shit and just have a rethink of like what I'm doing, because I am nearing to the end of my tailoring journey. I haven't fully maxed out the spell thread, which is the last 30 points, right? And I'm thinking I should just have a break from spell threads, right? For like until the whole thing is completed, right? Hear me out first. Like, so I got 340 points, everything maxed on all my alts. That means I could like craft all rank 3 bolts and then use those bolts to guaranteed craft spell threads, if you know what I mean. Like, in my mind, I'm thinking that can't be profitable comparing it to concentration. To test it, I really need the full build first before I start doing any quantitative numbers, I guess. You know, like I don't want to do the math half-fast and then realize like, oh, okay, now it's changed and I got to redo it. So I'd rather wait, 3 weeks until it's all done and dusted, and then hopefully the prices have come down or the prices are stabilized. I don't know, but they are profitable. But I might give it a miss for this week. I'll just let it lapse and just focus on completing the knowledge points, and yeah. We'll see how we go, but that's what I crafted there. I crafted rank 3 using concentration. I crafted the Authority of Depths enchants on my 18 enchanters and some Vanus runes here, 74 of them, 284 weapon enchants, which wasn't too many. But the profitability on these ones have come right down. And looking back, like I watched what's his name? Zansiful's video yesterday on he's got like 174 enchanting alts, but like he's done it the proper way. He's only spent the minimum amount of money for the maximum return, which is a proper min max. So I sort of envy him for that. And yeah, definitely learn my lesson. But part of me is like, well, you know, like as the profitability comes down over time on the enchant alts, is it going to be worth it for him to log in? Most likely, but it might take longer. I don't know. It's hard because like the difference between like the minimum setup and the maximum build is that you can pump more pump more enchants for less concentration. So I don't know. Is it going to be more value? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Anyway. We'll try and get some return on investment on this. Oh yeah, and also doing it the minimum way, how Zanzibar did it. He didn't spend any money on recipes like I did. Like I bought 2 of the most expensive recipes. What a deal! You know, that's so much profit. There's so many weeks of and months of like repayment. So that was a big mistake on my part, and I'll probably never do it again. I learnt my lesson, and yeah, it's better to spend nothing, get all your money back, and then reevaluate later on at a later date. The way I did it, I just fully assumed that the price was going to go up and the recipes are going to go up, so I bit the bullet, and unfortunately I'm going to pay the price, but that's okay. Live and learn the hard way. So hopefully he can learn from mine and his mistakes, or mostly my mistake, let's be honest. What else? Yeah, the Vantis runes are coming down in profitability. Maybe people are finishing their progression. Like, I'd say these are still going to have some sort of like, because I don't know if you remember in Shadowlands and in Dragonflight, the last season, or the last hurrah, I guess, they had like their Awaken raids, and hopefully the Vantis runes are going to, like at the last season, maybe we can just craft the Vantis runes to what raid tier, which, you know, could be a bit of fun, because a lot of people are just going to pump numbers and see who's getting the, you know, when everyone's got max gear. And like Vantis runes are like huge on, like, especially on what do you call it, patchwork bosses, you know, single target, because like really that's the only one you want to measure yourself against, is who does the most single target. Like, who cares about AoE? In raid, I mainly focus on single target. So whoever can do the most boss damage is the best in the raid in terms of DPS, in my opinion. And then utility and AoE comes, like, that's all fluff, really. True raiders know what I'm talking about. What else I had some flasks of tempered versatility. Like, these are the ones I'm making at the moment. Like, well, I'm putting points into it, like, because you know that I had thermatology points, and now I'm like not really doing that at all, which is stupid, right? So I'm putting points into the flasks and files and all that shit, but mainly the flasks. Flasks are better, I reckon, and I reckon the flask of tempered versatility is probably the better one, in my opinion. But like, it could change. I haven't really evaluated it, but I'm picking this one for me, which requires me to put points into Orbinid as spear, and then the flask spill over and all that shit. But hopefully, when the next patch comes out, or after that, they bring in that the profession spec, you know, the respec fucking shit. Well, they were going to bring it out, but they delayed it, so it's probably a good idea. I hope they have it all ready before patch 11.1. I wouldn't want them to do the respec thing during the launch of a major patch, and I'm pretty sure that, knowing that they wanted to put it out early, they're going to try and put it out before the big patch, eh? Same as like when they're trying to bring out housing before the next expansion. Like, it's wise, like, alpha test it before fucking the rest of the horde come in and buy up the game and shit. Like, it's cheeky, but like, it's probably the better business practice, I guess. Hold on, I need a drink of water. All right, so that's what I crafted. All right, speculation time. This was a slide I made a few months back when the Blasphemites actually tanked for the first time. A question I got to put out to my audience, my viewers, and I want you to comment on this. I might put a poll out for it, but it was suggested to me by Canada was to sell 50% of all my Blasphemites, and currently, like, my Blasphemites are in profit, like 40% profit, and I've probably got like 4.5 million gold worth of Blasphemites, which I could sell right now, but there's just not enough demand to sell that many. So I don't know, what do you reckon? Give us in the comments below, would you sell it? I'll actually find out. I'll bring up my dollar cost average. One second. I'm just going to quickly find out what the price of a Blasphemite is on Undermine Exchange. So the Blasphemite are at 306.73. 306.73. So this one is telling me, what do I put this for? Oh yeah, so that's how much they're worth, 5.8 mil, minus what I paid for them. Okay, so if I sell them all now, then I have a profit of 1.8 million. So do I sell them now for 1.8 mil, or do I wait until, you know, like the next patch? Because I honestly think they're going to add, like, the Blastomites are going to be the new Dracothas in a way. Like they're going to add Blastomites to the crests. I don't know, like, part of me just wants to find out, but like obviously I'm going to find out eventually, but do I find out now or later? I don't know. But let's get back to this sheet here. So yeah, at the moment I'm just gonna sit on them, but yeah, part of me, I guess Canadian was right. He says sell half and then sell half and then wait. I don't know. Part of me wants to just keep it, and if it goes down in value, then it's another valuable lesson learned. But anyway, we'll decide that later. Goal review. Here's a goal review. So we had more knowledge points. Yeah, we like, to be honest, I'm getting pretty sick of knowledge points, and like and in 3 weeks I'm not going to have to do any more knowledge point orders ever again if I don't want to. So that's going to be a big time save for me for the rest of the expansion. Even though you get cheap free ones and the patron orders are quite free, but I really should not do the patron orders all the time. Like, I need to work a job. Like, it's probably better to spend time Ubering cunts around Perth, you know, picking cunts at the airport up and then taking them around the city, you know, basically all the rich people. Because, you know, in my opinion, only the rich can afford bloody Ubers now. Because the price of Ubers are going up heaps, man. But the price of Ubers are going up for the customer, and like the amount of money you earn as an Uber driver has gone down. So Uber's making a killing. But anyway, that's my little rant out of the way. But it's still money at the end of the day, and I really only need money to pay for the bills, like the rent and the electricity. Yeah, and my missus covers the food and going out and shit, I guess. But yeah, what do I craft something profitable? Yeah, I kind of want to take this goal out because that's really like a staple. I'm always going to try and craft something profitable. What I wanted to do, I wanted to craft 92 rank for multi-craft ingenuity alchemy tools. I thought about it, I said that I was going to craft it. Then I spoke with Canadian, and he reckons you don't need it. Like it's a waste. And that's kind of the start of that wake up call. And I was like, oh, yeah, I get it. But because I already had 2 alchemy tools already, I had a double ingenuity. I'm going to keep that just in case. But I had a double resourcefulness one for the work orders. But then I just said, fuck, instead of crafting a new one, I just spend 20 artisan security to recraft the double resourcefulness one. And I didn't, so now I've got multi-craft resourcefulness, not ingenuity, because I think resourcefulness is better, and it sort of serves 2 purposes. It's good for flask crafting and the patrons, I guess. Ingenuity is good, but the enchant just doesn't have too much of an effect, to be honest, when crafting flasks. But that was my goal, so I did everything there. It's ticked, but the way I went about it was a little bit different. Okay, extra activities. We got, what did I get? I got all the rare tools and accessories on my 18 scribe. So I waited a bit for that, actually, because I wanted to craft it all. I wanted to craft it all at rank 5 myself. Looking back, rank 5 probably wasn't the ideal, thing to do it. I really shouldn't have bothered with the rare tools. I should have just stayed with the green tools and the rank 2 enchants just to keep it cheap. But at the moment, my scribes are pretty much decked out. 100 they're essentially 18 main inscript scribes, and enchanters at the same time. So I'll keep that there. I played around with the Thaumaturgy shuffle. I fucking love that shit. It's really good. I've been posting a few screenshots and that here and there on the X, on the X feed, because it's a bit more easier to post than make a whole video on it. But if you do want a video on Thaumaturgy, I know there's a few out there and shit, and they're pretty good. I think that Ian, he's got one. I watched it and it was a bit too fast paced for me to understand it fully, so I ended up just working it out myself. I'll probably go back and reference his video to see compare his results to mine, but I think like maybe I'm just old school, and I feel like a bit slower, a bit more methodical way of like teaching a new system like thaumaturgy. I definitely think it's worthy of a proper video. You know, so if you're keen for that, let me know in the comments, and I'll prioritize that for next week or for Monday. We'll definitely, and I'll show you my spreadsheet if you like. So let me know. Yeah. What else I got? I crafted tailoring robes for the 92 alts. So yep. I crafted my own tailoring robes, and the last thing I've got left out of all the accessories is the 92 the blacksmithing, like a needle set. Yeah. We'll talk about that later in the upcoming goals. But yeah, that's extra shit I got up to. There's a few bits and pieces here and there, but I can't really remember. They weren't significant, but anyway. All right, proof of gold time. Your favorite time of the channel. We're midway. But yeah, just so you know, proof of gold is like basically how I calculate and work out my gold status. I definitely think I was actually supposed to. I'll probably do it like a December how you going video on like how my progression is, or like maybe at the start, the first video, the first recap of the start of every month, I'll bring up the graph to show every month or every week my what do you call it, my progression, and you can sort of see where I'm supposed to be and then actually how I'm going. Kind of like the weight loss video, if you're watching that's coming up tomorrow. But in the weight loss video, I've got the projected weight loss, or actually it's going down like that. And then it's got my actual weight, like as I type it in every week. So I weigh myself in the morning every Wednesday if you're not too worried. If you're not too sure, sorry. You might not be worried. But if you're a big boy out there and you wanna change your life, and you're addicted to games, same as me, I know there's so many people out there, but we can definitely change it around, boys. Tell you what. But yeah, proof of gold. Let's go. Alrighty, proof of gold time. Let's do it, eh? It's getting hot out there. It's fucking summer, man. All right, what do we want? We'll do the guild bank first, just for something different. What do we got? It's pretty much the same as last week. 576786. Nothing's changed in the guild bank. What do we want? We'll go war bank. Chuck out the war bank distance inhibitor. I should reckon I should sell my blasphemites or just leave them. I'm actually up profit. I'm actually in profit. Thinking I should sell them. Yeah, we'll decide that later on this week, I guess. Okay, guild bank. Oh fuck, the war bank's a bit dry. 7,060. Okay, must have been spending money for the thaumaturgy. All right, so we're on WoW 3. So we want the count balance. We'll go to alcoholic and we'll scroll down to the bottom. Oh, yeah, because we need the money. So the money is 627. 739. There we go. So we're up there. Overall, we're still down according to this. What we really need is the account data for the first account. But let's put in the, what do you call it, the time played. So on this account, it's 40 days, 657. 40 days, 657. Not 6 plus, we want 6. There we go. Okay, so we got the data now for this account. We can log out. And just mind you, we do this every week. Just this is my consistency. Like, because I would, if I did use TSM, I would use their tracking, but apparently it's all fucked up. But we'll go on to this account, the first account, the main account, the one that has Goldson on it. I need to update my intro video when we can like change the ears, so the ears are like an elfie thing, and then I'll make a new video intro, I guess. Why not? Okay, so while we're here, we'll just get the time played, eh? So it's 4:11:2:48. 4:11:2:48. Let's double check that. Yep. Okay, well, we want the gold tracking for this account, and we got, what are we at? 3757. 3757, and then 151. 151. Alrighty. Looking at that looks pretty good. What we'll do, we'll go to the gold per hour, and then we'll slide across here to the left. Take it back now. No. So okay. So we drag it down. So we're up from last week, which is good. You can color this green. Hopefully you can see it. There we go. You can see it a bit better. So how much are we up? We're up 1.4 mil. So that's good. That's good news. That's good news, because I was a bit worried there for a little while. We're still down. 14.1 mil, but we're gonna make it back, boys and girls. There's a few out there. All right, so 77 hours they put in. Fucking hell. Yeah, mind you, this is not completely accurate in terms of my time, but you're definitely going to see it go down. But because I got 2 accounts, this is the average on 2 accounts. So I'm not doing the gold per hour based on my time spent. It's the time spent across the 2 accounts, which is a better metric, I think, because if you have 5 accounts and you're doing gold on all of them, then your personal gold per hour is very high. But when you account how many accounts you got, it's a lot lower. So I'm accounting for that lower gold per hour average, which is I think the better metric, as opposed to like 300, 400k an hour, whatever. Like it's not realistic, and I think my method's a bit better because it's a bit more consistent and you can see it. There's no hullabalooza. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so we actually made 18.2k per hour on average last week. That's good. We need a bit more positivity. But so far we put 962 hours and we've lost on average 14.6k gold per hour. I definitely want to bring that up to surplus. It's going to take a lot more time, but I reckon in the long term, throughout the whole expansion, we're going to be swimming in the sea of green, I guess. But yeah, that's proof of gold. I'm going to go out and make the thumbnail and all that, an intro video and all that shit now, and then I'm going to film the main segment do the presentation and all that, and then well, you probably already know that, but yeah. All right, proof of gold. Should be short and sweet, that one. Happy to see it all come together slowly, bit by bit. It could have obviously it could have been like way better at the start of the expansion. We could have just been cheering, cruising down, like just not even giving a shit, like, but that's the journey, and life is the same journey, ups and downs. We all have ups and downs, but if we learn from our mistakes, as opposed to like quelling in the past, like, I should have done that, I should have done this. Like it's better just to realize it, acknowledge it, and go, fuck, all right, let's not do that again. Let's get back on the horse and keep going. Keep going. A lot of people giving up these days, and rightly so. There's a lot of despair out there, and despair is one thing that's not really good for the mental health, all right, boys? So try to get back on that horse. Keep watching the videos if you aren't feeling unbad in a way. Let's go into the long-term goals. So long-term goals, obviously get 120 tunes to level 80. I shouldn't put this at the top because I've sort of, every time I look at it, I'm like prioritizing the leveling, and the leveling should be really at probably on the third of the list. Can we change that now? There you go. I've tried to change it there. Not sure if that's going to edit well. But anyway, so let's say the alchemists are done. Well, they're not really done considering I was talking about the flasks build. But if we get that respec, then they're definitely going to be completed. I'll be able to do any flask in the game with concentration using rank 2 materials, which is going to be pretty sick. So we'll be able to just pump out flasks every 3 or 4 days. It might be every 4 days just to make it easier for me, but every 3 days might be better. I don't know. Twice a week sounds all right, doesn't it? All right, so we're going to get the tailoring alts with 340 knowledge points each. Once I get 340, if I do extra patron orders just because they're profitable and I do end up getting more knowledge points, then I'm just going to put points into, I don't know, the gear crafting side of things. I don't know, at 340 points of tailors each, there's no real need to get any more points. But some of them patron orders do give augment maroons, so maybe I just do augment maroons every day. I don't know, it's just very time consuming to log in and check for augment maroon, but I guess, I don't know, it's mission table 2.0. Are we there yet? Probably not. I want to get all the tunes to level 80. And then eventually earn 100 million gold within the war within. It would be nice to get 100 million gold before fucking midnight, because we're going to need 100 million gold, to be honest, because we don't actually know how much it's going to cost for the fucking housing. Like the housing could be the massive gold sink. So and if you know anything about gold sinks in game economics, that means deflation, right? So if you got heaps of gold and deflation occurs, you become more richer, right? So, or you get more purchasing power, so to speak. So getting as much gold before the war within ends and midnight starts and player housing starts, because I'm definitely 100% going to sit in the house and craft. And I really hope we get plots like in WildStar. I'll do a little fucking WildStar housing rant, because if you're old like me and you played WildStar back in 2014, 2015, 16, all the way up to 18, I played WildStar, man, for like 2 or 3 years, 4 years or whatever. It was so long, but I did all the raids. I knew the raids back to front. I stopped before Red Moon came out, because I got so sick and tired of like no content, lack of content. Then they brought it out and I was like, I was too late. And I spent a lot of money in the housing thing. There was the more money you spent in the game shop, it was like a renown track. And if you got to the end, you get the mad house. And I was like, fuck, I want that house, man. Like, it was like a double decker, had like a sub basement. So I had like 2 levels, a sub basement, which you can all go into. And they were really big. And it was so customizable. You could, like, this one dude, he had like a nightclub. He built a fucking nightclub in his basement. And then in his normal house, he had like all his trophies. He had all the mannequins there. And he had his mannequins with all his tier sets on it. And it looks sick as fuck, man. And he had all his weapons and his bed, kitchen, like lounge room, TV, screens, shower, everything was customizable. You can basically build endlessly. And then outside of the plot, like the way that it was like the goblins in WildStar, they were like green dudes, and they made it so the housing plots were like floating in the sky. So they were like a square plot of land, and underneath it were like rockets and shit, like keeping the housing plot in the sky, which was really good because it was instanced. You couldn't put it in the world. People think that WoW's going to put houses in the world. No. They're going full instance, baby. Because full instance, everyone can have a house, right? And people can visit your house. You just type in their name and go and visit. In WildStar, you could click the random button and just teleport to someone else's house and just go and check their house out. And that's all we used to do. We used to build houses, show off all those shit. There was heaps of stuff we could do in the game to like make terrain. Like I ended up making like a cave. You'll zone in, and there was like pipe works, like a bit of a maze, like a sewer. And then you went up and you end up finding out where the lower level is. I made like an 8-level fucking housing plot. Like I utilized the whole plot, and I had like 8 levels. So as you start off in the sewer, and then you work your way up to the main basement of the house, and you go up. And then you end up going onto the roof, and I like helicopters and shit. Like, it was fucking so cool, man. I wish I recorded all that shit. But if you are keen on how I want World of Warcraft's housing to be, it's exactly like WildStar. So stop what you're doing, pause the video, go on YouTube and type in WildStar housing. But don't type in like someone's plot, like someone showing their plot off. And there's so many videos out there of people just being so creative. That's what I want. That's my expectation of World of Warcraft's housing. Will they do it? I fucking hope so, because if they don't do it, it's going to be like Warlords of Draenor. It's going to be like, it has to be 100% customizable. And like with the house in the middle, and then around the house you'll have plots where you can put like crafting station, like a herb garden, a Ferris wheel, like just shit like that around your plot, and you can chop and change. It was so good, man. WildStar was my favorite MMO, man. If they ever do WildStar Reloaded or whatever, I'm fucking there, man. See ya World of Warcraft. Bye. Anyway, moving on. Rant done. Okay, progression time, ladies and gentlemen. We got something coming up here. All right, so we got 3 weeks to go, and when I say 3 weeks to go, meaning the tailors. It's gonna be 3 weeks until we're like fully built out, you know what I'm saying? So we're probably like 40 points off. So we're probably hovering around 300 points average on all the alts, which is, quite a fair bit of points, considering I got 92 fucking tailors. It's a lot of points. I'm gonna add up all the points later and just try and work out how much fucking gold have I spent on this army, and it's going to be more than what I started off with, because you got to account for the fact of me making money then spending it straight away. So live and learn. Toons did about 2% on the army. We're going to focus on that. Alchemists are done. And we still haven't earned any gold in the war within. We haven't broke even yet. How long is it going to take until I break even? No clue. We should be able to calculate it one day. Maybe in a month's time, we should be able to calculate it, and we'll do a video on the calculation of that shit, because I'm kind of curious myself to see what sort of projection. Are we on track? What do we do? Do we need to do more shit in the game to like get up to 100 million? Like, who knows, man? Like, it's yeah. You're on the journey with me, guys. All right, new goals. So we're nearly there. So hang on there. Obtain more knowledge points. Yep, I'm going to be doing that. Craft something profitable using spare concentrate. Yeah, 100%. I'm going to take this out next week because this is pretty much null and void now. I'm going to craft 92 tailoring needle sets for the alt army. So that's the blacksmithing. That's the last accessory I need. And the reason why I'm getting the rare accessories on all the alts, it's more importantly on the tailors, because if you have the rare tools and all the points, then you can guarantee rank 3 bolts, which is, I don't think there's people out there that can do it now, but can they do it at scale? Probably not. I think I'm probably one of maybe 100 people in the world that like have this many tailors nearly decked out. I don't know. It could be less than that. I don't know. But I'm going to find out. Like, I reckon there's less than that, because I can sort of see the numbers on the region-wide auction house. And the amount of bolts on the region-wide auction house are like fucking... There's not many of them, you know? And I'm thinking like roughly, without considering all my multi-craft and resourcefulness and all that shit, like I'm going to be crafting the amount like probably 7,000 plus bolts in total, about 14,000 bolts every fucking 10 days, you know. And like should I just chuck them on the auction house? Like that's exactly what I did in Dragonflight. I didn't have as many tailors. I think I had like 46 tailors in Dragonflight, and so I've literally doubled my tailors, and all I did was craft the bolts and then sell them, you know. That's all I did, and sold Dracothas. That's how I made most of my gold. And essentially I'm going back to that, which is kind of what I wanted, but at the same time I'll be a bit flexible, so I could craft all rank 3s, proc the shit out of them, and then I can go, all right, I could probably work out how much it costs me to guarantee rank 3 spell threads, and then compare that to concentration. But I'm pretty sure concentration's still going to win out, even if you've got the same stats. So who knows? Like, I could craft a bunch of rank 2s and then get my actual price on the fucking bolts, or like all the reagents, intermediates, get my correct price, and then put that price override into Craft Sim, or even just do it on the spreadsheet for myself, and then know exactly how much my cost is, and then work out exactly how much profit I want to make, and then just set my price on the market, and just let it, and like basically wall it off, so people will go look at it and go, nah, I'm not going to do it. So that might be an advantage for me. It's a bit shitty, but I've never done it before, and I kind of want to do it. Like, it makes sense that I do all this effort to like at least try and do something with it. Who knows? It might go good, it might go bad. I'm going to test it out anyway, but I need to get some gold back, because I'm pretty sure that's going to cost like a few million bob to fucking craft all that shit. And a bit of time, and I kind of want to do it. I reckon it'll be fun. So stay tuned for those episodes. I guess I'll definitely go through it. And this week I want to level all my 120 alts to a minimum of level 75. So I'm going to go through and get the anniversary buff, and then just get them. Excuse me. Oh fucking hell! Get the anniversary buff, and then just like level all my alts so they're 75, and then I'll just when I got free time, I'll just level them all to 76. Then I'll level them all to 77. Then, you know, like I'll just do that until they're all 80. And then once they're all level 80, then it's just, I'm going to be spending like no time in the game. I think at that point when the concentration army's done and everything's on cooldown, I'm just going to be sitting in the city doing Taji. I'm going to be doing like just crafting shit in general. Probably thermaturgy, because I kind of like that. It's pretty fun. And it's new, so it's all about trying to figure out the prices and when to buy and when to sell, how long to hold it for. You know, it's kind of interesting, but yeah. So in conclusion, you know, we can go full cam mode for this. Hey, look at me, Golson back here. at the end of the video. Thanks for staying all the way to the end, guys. It's fucking awesome. I'm sweating like a fucking... Oh, because it's hot, man. It's hot and humid. And the aircon there is struggling. Little fucking aircon. But anyway, yeah, I've got positive thoughts for the future going forward. I know I'm going to... I kind of knew that I was going to spend less time after the 3 months, because I sort of calculated 3 months and I'll be sort of done with the old army and I can just chill. And I've told my missus, like, oh, I'm not going to put as much time into the game. She's like, she's pretty cool. She's like, you can spend as much time as you want. I'm like, oh, but like, you know, I kind of feel bad, you know, at the moment she's earning a bit more money than me. And, you know, which is cool, but we're a team. So, you know, that's the way she sees it. And I see it as well as a bit of a team. So kind of like building an online presence at the same time, because like eventually we're going to live overseas, you know, because we just won't be able to afford to live here, man. Like, you know, we're talking like retirement days, you know, maybe in like 4 or 5 years time we'll probably just live overseas. I don't know, it could be sooner. 4 or 5 years for sure. Like if you're still around 4 or 5 years from now watching me play fucking video games, like one thing's for sure, we're going to have a fucking killer house in World of Warcraft by then. But I should be chilling over in Asia with the missus. She don't want kids, and me neither. We'll probably have a couple chihuahuas or whatever. A couple dogs, you know, just chilling. That's the goal for now, long-term goal. But anything can change, we don't know. But I'm positive for the future. Yeah, so I hope that was an interesting video for you. I guess, the weekly recap. Nah. But tomorrow, check out my carnivore success. I'm pretty sure I knew my assumptions from last week's episode have come true, and you'll find out tomorrow. So, yeah. Turu, take it easy. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Catch ya. Alrighty, that's it for the weekly recap. Cheers for sticking to the end. Hope you got something from it. Want more updates? Follow us on X at Goldson_TV. It's all about the journey, and remember, slow and steady always wins the race.